Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Code That Can Run. So today we are going to see about the scenario where we are selecting a specific files from a folder. So for example, while I was working, so I came across the scenario like in a folder we will be having user data, customer data, account data, so something like that. So what we had to do, that is we need to select a particular files from the folders. So for example, user files, like if the scenario, if it is asking for user data, we only need to read the user files from the data. So you guys think that like we can put it in a separate folder, but like here our ask is that so it need to be in the same folder. So what we are going to do that in this video is I came up what I did to tackle the scenario, so I'm going to explain it here. So first is what are the steps we are going to see in this video is, so first step, we are going to access the files in the folder. So we need to access the folder, right, where the files are located. So the second point will be listing all the files available in the dictionary. So for example, you can see this, right, this is our a test files folder, so which have I created. So you can see this, right, I have named I have created a sample files like mf underscore test 1 2, and then simple xlsx sheets like test1 test2. So this is our second step, and then third step will be we are going to iterate through all the files available and read only, okay, why is not working in my laptop? Okay, read only the files with which required, and then we are going to simply perform data frame thing, and then we are going to print the output. Okay, so let's dive into our thing. So first step will be what are the modules we require, we need to import. For example, in our thing, like we used this OS and then pandas as PD, and then we use the date. So for example, in this dictionary variable, you can see this, right, I have provided the location of the files where it is available, and then using os.list directory we are accessing that folder. So for example, I'm saying if I'm printing this, so if I'm printing this files, just a minute, let's see, you can see that, right, we will be having a array of file values where we will be having all the file names which are available in that specific test underscore files folder. Just a minute, the program is running, let's see, you can see this, right. So we have mf underscore test1, mf underscore test2, and then our script file which is we are running now, and then test1 test2 xlx. So now let's go into the next part. Okay, so you can see this, right, using a for loop we are iterating to the all the files which are available inside the files folder. So you can see this, right, if you can see this, right. So after that we are using a if loop, if we are only mentioning that like files what are starts with mf, only print that file. Okay, so only printing that file. After that what are all we doing, right, you can see this, right, I have used the same variable, this directory variable, and then I merged it with the file variable concord it. Okay, so why we are doing this, to access this folder, we will just okay with the dictionary, but to access the file we need to provide the file as also input to the directory, right. So I have concordation, I did the concord thing, and then you can see this, right, using the read csv file I just did this I converted that excel sheet into a data frame, and we are printing it. Let's see, let's run the program and let's see what is the output. Okay, let me hit the run button. So you can see this, right, now the output came, you can see this, right. So it printed the file like mf underscore test1, and then it is printing the data available in the test1 mf underscore test1 file. So for it is printed the same data because in the two files I added the same kind of data. So you can see this, right. Likewise, so likewise, let me comment this out. So you can do this ends with also. Like for example, if we know the suffix of the file name, so for example you can see this, right? So test underscore 1 xlsx. So if you only know the suffix of the file, so let's be, you can see this, right? If file dot ends with xlsx, so print file, if I print the files now, you can understand that, right? It will print only the test1 and the test2. Let's go ahead and run this, just give me a minute. There is a issue going on. Okay, control force, control set. Okay, let's save the file and hit the run button. So you can see this, right? It has only printed the test1.xlsx and then excel sheet and then test2.excel sheet. So this is how you only like go into the folder and only select the required files what are all required for your scenario. So good luck guys, so we'll learn more in the next